Do you want to have unstoppable self-confidence? I'm sure that you do. That's why you're watching this video and why I'm going to tell you exactly how to do just that. Self-confidence is crucially important, and it can certainly help you achieve all of the things that you've ever wanted in life. Be it money, women, cars, status, respect, power, competence, network, strength, courage, everything. Because you will have the self-confidence in the first place to go out and pursue those things with everything that you have. And this type of confidence is the same thing that will help pull you out of any rut that you may be in. And this is especially important for me because I recently got fired from my sales job. And anyone in my situation, including me, would be fighting the urge to lay down and do nothing. So it is as important for me to keep building this self-confidence to stay out of any rut that I may get into, as it is for you to get out of any rut that you may be in. And the rest of this video is filmed as I am going through the steps of using this trick to build self-confidence. So I'm filming this video after the rest of the video has already been filmed. So take it away, Ned.
The absolute best way that any man can build self-confidence is by keeping the promises that he makes to himself. It means that when he says he will do something, he will do it, no matter what it takes. And it does eventually stem out to other people that he makes promises to and he keeps them promises, but it starts with himself. And building that type of confidence is the number one thing that helps a man get out of a rut. Because again, he will say to himself that he will do something that day or the next day, and he will do it. And so taking me, for example, it is the night after I've been off for 5 days, and although I did do a day's worth of work, I wasn't very focused and my attention was quite scattered. So although I say I did good, I could do much better, and so I need to keep building my self-confidence and get out of the mini rut I'm in, so that I can do even more and do even better. So I say it's the first night after the 5 days I've been off, but it's nearly 1 AM now on December the 18th. I'm going to get up in 6 hours at 7 AM because that's usually the time I wake up at. So to build my self-confidence, I will get up at 7 AM sharp and bang out 50 push-ups before 7:05. And then I will go for a quick run and finish it before 7:15. And if I do not complete those things by the time that I set out to do them, I will punish myself in the form of not eating for the whole day. And being honest, I don't want to do that. So I will certainly get those things done. So I'm literally just up. It's like 2 or 3 minutes past 7. And I know this works for certain because I've been having so much trouble waking up recently. And the promise I made myself last night put me into gear, and I'm already up and doing stuff. So I've had some water now, time to bang out my 50 push-ups. And another thing that helps me get stuff done in the morning is not even getting ready before I try to do the stuff. So I did my push-ups and I'm going to go for my run before I even brush my teeth. Because if I were to brush my teeth, I could think about how tired I am and how much I want to go back to bed and then maybe even go back to bed. But in my scenario, that's not going to happen, and I'm going to go straight for the run. And I was planning to record myself when I go for the run, but I forgot that it is still pitch black outside. So I'll not record myself because you can't see anything, but when I come back, I'll say a few more words. And I'm a few minutes back from my run. It was cold, it was quite windy, and it started to drizzle a bit. But I still got out there and ran what I told myself I would run. And do you remember what I said last night to what would happen if I didn't complete my push-ups and run before the set time that I made? I said to myself and to the camera last night that if I didn't finish my run by 7:15, I would punish myself by not eating the whole day. And so I came back from my run, went upstairs, looked at my phone, and it was 7:21. So as shitty as that is, and kind of pointless, since I set out those goals myself, and it means that I can change what I like whenever I want. And so I was considering just saying I did get back before 7:15, or say that it doesn't matter that I got in after 7:15, and just let myself eat anyway to not go through that discomfort. Although I did quite shit and it was pathetic that I couldn't get in before 7:15, I would have made it in before and I wouldn't have to punish myself. But through the process of building self-confidence, I need to set out strict rules to myself and punish myself when I do not achieve what I wanted to achieve. Because I know that personally, and I think you would agree, that going a whole day without eating is quite uncomfortable. And although I know I can't do it, I don't want to do it often. And because I don't want to do it, this punishment will really kick me into gear. And so next time I tell myself I'm going to do something, I will do it because I know there's a fierce punishment on the other end. And there's a few more things that I wanted to say on the run, but of course it was too dark to film. Firstly, if you want to replicate the kind of thing that I was doing this morning, do follow through and go ahead with it. But another thing that I want you to do is to embrace anybody who sees you.
Because at the start of me running, I felt quite awkward and a bit embarrassed when I seen people looking at me when I was running. Because of course they're going to be thinking things about me, because they would never do something like that. And those are the kind of thoughts that I kept thinking when I was running. And so now I really understand that if someone sees me and wants to talk shit about me, even if it's not to my face, I know that they just don't understand what's going on. If I were to have seen anybody on my run today, I know they would be thinking things like, what is that man doing? It is a week before Christmas. The temperatures are freezing. It's raining a bit. It's still pitch dark outside. It's a Sunday, so he surely doesn't have work. And the man is running and doesn't even have a shirt on. And all those things that I listed would make any normal person question what I'm doing. But they do not understand the things that I'm trying to achieve. Because I want to retire my parents, give my woman everything she has ever wanted, and help millions of men find their purpose in life and become the best version of themselves. And doing all of that will take a lot of effort and discipline. So I need to keep building up my discipline while doing as much work as I can. And people looking and laughing at me could think that I'm a stupid one because I'm out here in 4-degree weather when it's a bit rainy and still dark with no shirt on running, while they're in their nice warm house doing nothing at all. Funny they laugh at me, but who will be laughing in a year's time? In 2 years' time? 3, 4, 5, 6 years' time? They will be in the exact same house and exact same situation in life. They will not have improved at all, and they will stay complacent, while I am only going to improve, build up my life, and become my best self. So if anybody dares laugh at you, or even look at you with kind of look, just know that you'll be the last one laughing. And I guess just some general tips that will help you do better on your run. Firstly, I would recommend to stretch and drink quite a bit of water, because of course you need to be hydrated before you do anything at all, and you need to stretch so you don't seize up or pull anything. And so what I do in the morning is I get up and I drink a few mouthfuls of water. I would drink more, but I really can't stomach that much in the morning. And when I get out, I do 15 forward and back leg swings each, and then 15 side to side hip swings. And that opens me up a little bit, and then I go on my run. And then on the run, you want to try to keep your breath steady, which means that you're not just gulping in air when you can and breathing it out all at once. You try to have a steady rhythm, and the best rhythm that you can have is in tune with your pace. So it means that I only take breaths in and out as my feet hit the ground. And what I do is I take 3 breaths in before I take 3 breaths out. And lastly, just keep putting yourself out there and keep improving. From when I had my first run a few months ago, I'm able to run much further and come back much less wounded, in addition to improving the muscular endurance in my legs. And so that is exactly how you can build up your self-confidence, which then leads on to you being able to pull yourself out of a rut. Because I know when I need to get up tomorrow, it'll be much easier because this morning I got up at 7 a.m, did push-ups and then went for a run, and because I took too long, I ended up not fasting for the whole day. And all of that is quite difficult, but not more difficult than just getting out of bed tomorrow. So set yourself goals that you want to achieve and have strict rules guiding you to them. And punish yourself if you do not achieve what you set out to achieve. And of course this only doesn't go for running. You can set out whatever you want to. But for me, running is just quite a convenient way of testing myself. So do go out there, set goals for yourself, and push yourself to your very limits. And in the process, you will be able to pull yourself out of any rut that you get into, while building supreme self-confidence in the process. So do go out there and achieve those things. I know you can do it, and you know you can do it as well.